Hi Virgo, welcome to your weekly reading for April 4th to April 10th. I'm seeing some really powerful creative energy. Seeing a lot of success as well. Harmony within. I feel like you're starting to see a lot of progress or something. There's like this feeling of stabilization within your dreams and your goals and like what you're wanting to manifest in your life. And that's bringing in a sense of peace and harmony within you. I feel like it's like there's something starting, there's something getting going. I can kind of see some results from something. So either you're already seeing results or you're going to start seeing things really start to come into fruition from some things that you've already planted, or things that I'm also hearing some things that you didn't even realize that you were actually manifesting are starting to gonna pick up speed here. They're going to really start forming. Something that you've been working on, something you've been working very hard towards. I see a lot of you also having like a lot of creative ideas. And I feel like this card is encouraging those of you who, like, if you're sitting on a bunch of ideas, to start like putting something towards them, because that is actually going to ease a sense of anxiety. It's almost like wanting to manifest something and having a whole bunch of ideas, but maybe there's some motivation or inspiration that is missing, like in trying to get something off the ground or moving forward. And so I kind of feel like this weekend in this month of April, this month is going to help you out in that area. It's going to help you get some inspiration and motivation, kind of get you going to really start to cultivate some kind of results from some things that you've been working on or have been wanting to work on. So this is a very productive week as well, alongside your creativity and inspiration. Believe in yourself, believe in your abilities, your skills. I feel like a lot of times we could just kind of have the fears in front of, even before we even get started, like, well, what if it doesn't work out? Or what if it turns out like this? Or am I wasting my time? So I'm kind of feeling like those thoughts could have been holding us back. Not for everyone, but if that resonates for you, that might be something that's holding us back. So if you ever feel like those thoughts are coming up, just to kind of put them to the side, because you never know. I mean, it could work out and we just don't know. So it's almost like putting one foot in front of the other and letting the path show the way. Okay, what's coming up for Virgo here? How beautiful. Look at that. What else is coming up? Oh, look at that. Beautiful. I really feel like there's just so many things just kind of, oh my gosh, look at this. So much beautiful energy is just falling into place here. So I'm really kind of feeling encouraged to tell you to have a lot of hope and optimism with what's coming up here for you. We have a beautiful connection, new beginnings. We have financial freedom, independence. Both of these cards are very independent cards. So this is kind of like being set in your own life and having your own thing. And I'm also really feeling like freedom is going to be very important here, because it's like you're going to need that in order for you to take the opportunities you really want to take, like not feeling stuck, like you can't choose or you can't decide. And I feel like if some of you feel like you're in a place where you're stuck, that's not going to be there for much longer. I feel like some of you are really going to be in this place where you can just kind of do your own thing, create your own life, and choose what you want to choose. And it's inviting in a lot of beautiful connections, opportunities, relationships for new beginnings. This is really beautiful here. I love this. Okay, let's go into the Two of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. So this looks like a really beautiful connection here. It does feel like you may be connecting with someone who is very different from you. And, but it kind of feels like both of you teach each other something about the other, like one could be, quite literally, like one is from the earth, the land, and the other one is immersed in water. Lives in water. So maybe one person is more on the spiritual side, more on the emotional, the deep part of life, kind of the philosophy, the artist. And the other one is more practical, more realistic, kind of makes things happen, is the action oriented. And it's almost like there's a really beautiful balance that's bringing harmony within a relationship. And it's like both of you balance each other out really well. What do we have coming up here? What do we need to know about this? Communication. Okay. Communication, getting to know each other, insight, inspiration, truth, being revealed. I feel like there may be some things kind of coming out of nowhere, unexpected here. There is a change in energies here. So you may feel, if some of you are in like a twin flame connection or a soulmate connection here, that you're going through some changes. I started feeling dizzy. So I'm kind of feeling like you may experience some shifts, energetic shifts in your day-to-day life. Like sometimes you may feel a bit more tired, you may feel dizzy, you may feel like and just know that I'm not qualified to give medical advice, so if it's definitely always consult with a medical professional if it's, and make sure it's not like a health related thing. But if it's not, if all that is ruled out, then you may just kind of be feeling some energy changes. And so you may kind of need to ground yourself there, because I do see some kind of like alignment coming in here. So I'm hearing slow and steady with the Four of Pentacles. So if there is a new beginning that's being formed within a connection or a relationship, I kind of feel like there is this gentle approach to it. There is this kind of being very careful, or kind of tiptoeing around each other, kind of treating something with kid gloves on, allowing something, because it's like, it's new, it's gentle, it's fragile, it's vulnerable. So it's almost like with this Four of Pentacles, I'm almost kind of seeing something that needs to be handled carefully, or something that needs to be handled with care. Yeah. Okay. Knight of Swords, Four of Pentacles. What do you need to know about this? Four of Cups, Six of Cups, and the Empress. Beautiful. Yeah, it does kind of feel like there could be a little bit of a emotional detachment here, but not for the purposes of like wanting to emotionally detach. I think this is more about just making sure that there's balance within a relationship, or there's balance within a connection. I feel like with the Empress, it's also about, prioritizing her own needs as well, like not making sure that she's not putting more energy into other things or other people, and taking away from herself. So I kind of feel like with the Empress here, she's valuing herself. She is making sure that her needs are met, that she is also tending to her own abundance, her own life. She's in her power, right? So she has to she knows how to take care of herself. She knows how to, she knows that fine line between like sacrifice and when she's like over giving, where she feels depleted. It's like she's mastered that balance. So I kind of feel like there's something here that's really being treated with a lot of nurturing and care. Is what I'm kind of seeing here. Page of Swords. So definitely someone has their eye on you. I feel like someone is trying to understand and learn more about you. They're trying to get to know you. They're trying to figure out the best way to approach you is kind of what I'm hearing here. What do you need to know? Seven of Wands. So boundaries. I feel like boundaries are very important. Not making sure that we don't overstep boundaries here. What do you need to know? Three of Cups. Okay, I'm hearing interference from other people with the Three of Cups. So this is kind of just protection from interference from other people. So I feel like there is just very strong boundaries, something protecting even this connection in itself. So making sure that there's no interference from other people and maybe what they would say or what they think, that kind of thing. What else do we need to know? Seven of Wands, Three of Cups. The Devil. Yeah. So this is almost like, for some of you, there could be an outside energy. It doesn't have to necessarily be like a third party, but it's like third party could also be like a friend, or it could be, a family member or anything like that. But I feel like there may be some kind of, I am hearing interference, but I kind of feel like there's a boundary here with the Seven of Wands, that someone is setting up a boundary, from a interference, like another person who may be interfering, wanting to keep someone in the same place, like wanting to keep someone from growing. And it's getting uncomfortable. It's kind of what I'm seeing. Yeah. And then breaking through. So this person is breaking through those boundaries, breaking through, because it almost kind of feels like in a sense that this mermaid is outgrowing this cage. It's like, first of all, she's in a cage, so that's very uncomfortable. But on top of that, it doesn't even fit her. She's outgrowing it. She can't sustain. It's not going to work. It's going to feel crippling at some point. So it's like needing to kind of break out of this cage here that she feels like she's in. And so there's that breakthrough, there's that clarity, there's that allowing ourselves to release ourselves from something that is keeping us constricted. Okay, with the 9 of Pentacles, love this. So what do we need to know about the 9 of Pentacles for Virgo? This is a really beautiful connection with oneself and valuing oneself and making sure that one's needs are taken care of. I feel like a lot of you are, really successful in your own way. You are allowing yourself to go after your own dreams, kind of give yourself all the things that you've ever wanted. So really fulfilling your own needs here. Very excellent self-care, just kind of, making sure that you got your own back kind of thing. What do we need to know about the 5 of Swords here? I feel like there's some kind of conversation, some kind of conversation with the 3 of something about a heartbreak and deceit. Feeling. Okay, so this is something. Okay, so I feel like for some of you, there may be some kind of reflection. This could even be just you understanding something about yourself in a situation where you have felt heartbroken or betrayed in some way. It's like acknowledging that. So there's a lot of self-love here. It's like almost like some inner work, some emotional inner work. So there's some kind of, maybe you may spend some time this week kind of looking at some of the things where you have felt betrayed or heartbroken. And there's like this reflection of that, really tapping into, there may be something about an inner child here. Actually, this may be an inner child wound, like maybe something that happened in your past, something that may have happened in childhood. But there's a healing there. And I feel like healing that is actually going to open up a door to abundance. Sometimes those wounds cause blockages in other areas in our life. So it's like healing the wound will kind of release the block. Yeah, look at that. We have the Knight of Pentacles. This is able to move forward and build. It's going to help you add another coin to this healing, something that you're healing about something in the past that resulted in betrayal or feeling like you've been betrayed or heartbroken is some kind of loss. I feel like you're letting something go, but it's going to help you to add another coin to your empire. It's going to help you build. It's going to strengthen what you're building already in your life. The King of Swords. The 10 of Cups. So some of you could be connecting with a King of Swords, and I feel like he has, again, doesn't have to be, male or female. It's just the energy of a King of Swords. So someone who is very determined and very clear about what they want. This King of Swords has this very laser-like focused on you, Virgo. And I feel like they have this intention of wanting to, have like a long-term relationship with you. I feel like wanting to build with you happiness. They see you as someone who has everything they want, abundance. They see abundance with you. But it takes courage to come forward, I feel like. I think they're kind of breaking out of their cage. They're breaking out of the things that have held them back. I feel like they're encouraging themselves, or they're feeling encouraged. I feel like there may be someone encouraging them around them to like come out of their fear. Yeah. They're breaking down the walls that they've built around themselves because they're seeing how it's keeping them from everything that they want. Spending a lot of time in meditation and reflection, setting boundaries, strong boundaries around other people who are very curious about what they're doing. But it's like not really allowing anyone to kind of be in their space, needing that alone time here. And they're allowing this change to occur. They're allowing it to happen. It's like they are aware that there is some kind of change happening in their life. And they're aware that there's no use in kind of fighting some kind of breakdown of a wall because it's not serving them, and they see how it's not serving them. And by allowing themselves to stop resisting the growth, they are inviting the change to happen, which is bringing a wheel of fortune It's inviting change. And it's setting them free from whatever is binding them. I think they're also realizing with the King of Swords, it's like they're realizing that they are stuck. And it may be something that they may have been stuck and they just didn't see it. Like they didn't realize it. They didn't have awareness of it. But being the King of Swords, it's like they see this now. They see how they've been stuck. They see how they've been bound. And they're allowing that tower to come. And they're also seeing how that may be the cause of this like underlying pain or energy or just whatever experience that they're having. And it's allowing them to free themselves. It could be within another relationship or some kind of foundation, something could be a home environment, some kind of dynamic where their life has been there, where they built their foundations, where they feel very stuck and it's kind of coming down now and they're ready to start anew. They're ready to create new beginnings of some new beginnings towards something long term. Yeah. They're ready to kind of look out into the future and make a decision, make a choice, take a risk. 9 of Cups. What do we need to know about the 9 of Cups for Virgo? Trusting your intuition towards what's going to make you happy. I feel like there's this energy of, again, not making a judgment call if something is going to work or not before we try it. Because I feel like in the past that may have been something that have held us back. We kind of, because maybe some of the things that we want to do or we like to do, it may not be accepted from the people around us, or there's just, I don't know, there's like something about allowing there to be an unknown. And I also feel like there's a need to kind of silence the voices around you to be able to give something a chance to grow before we make a decision about it. Yeah. So bringing that into balance. And I feel like allowing something to grow, being consistent with putting our energy towards something is going to bring harmony and balance and peace into your life. I feel like a lot of you are also coming into the end of some kind of significant cycle that has been contributing to pain. It's been a painful thing to experience. And maybe this is something to do with work, maybe a relationship, maybe it's both. But whatever it is, it's like having an awareness of what has been keeping us from our happiness and from our joy, and setting up the necessary boundaries and walking away from things like wherever we need to make an adjustment to bringing us our peace and happiness and harmony is what we're kind of in the process of doing. And some things may not happen overnight, but I feel like the energy is being directed in that direction. So if we have several things in our life where it's like, okay, there's this, and I tend to do this, and I feel like if I could change the way I do that, then I would make it much easier on myself to push forward in my business. Or if I stop this one habit, or if I just stop doing this, it's like in a nutshell, kind of allowing ourselves to take a realistic look at some of the things and allowing ourselves to walk away or set boundaries. I think, and I feel like with this King of Cups, it's honoring, allowing ourselves, there's a courage to this. The King of Cups, there's a courage and a bravery to it. I think there's courage to be vulnerable. I feel like a lot of times the fear of vulnerability could have kept us from living up to the full potential or allowing ourselves to go after things our heart really wants. But there's a lot of passion here, the Knight of Wands. And this could be that King of Swords that's coming towards you, because we did have the Two of Cups here. So if you have like a significant partnership or connection with someone here, I feel like they are overcoming a lot of their fears and fear of vulnerability, fear of obstacles, or fear of rejection even. And they're allowing themselves to wear their heart on their sleeve. They're coming out of that stagnancy. They're coming out of that fear. They're bringing their walls down, and they're coming toward you passionately. And I feel like they had to do a lot of soul searching as well. Yeah, making some changes. I feel like your life will change as well on a physical front, moving, walking away from things. You may be disconnecting from certain people. disconnecting from certain connections you've outgrown. I think you're ready to embrace the new, or the Nine of Wands, so setting strong boundaries and also learning lessons from the past. I feel like you're going into a path where it's going to feel a lot more balanced. I feel like you're not going to feel depleted. I feel like the people in your life, there will be equal reciprocity. So whether that's in friendships, in work environments, or in like a marriage or connection, it's going to feel like there's a flow. And so that flow is going to help to nourish and feed whatever relationships are there. It's not going to feel one-sided where at some point, one person at some point is going to feel drained. So I don't feel like that's there. So you're on a path to peace and harmony and balance. And look at that justice. That's also balance, balancing things out. Let's pick one more. Yeah, Three of Pentacles. So working with other people, collaborating with others. I feel like this balance is also going to invite opportunities towards you. It's going to invite really meaningful connections that can help you grow. It's going to help you. I'm seeing networking. So I feel like a lot of you are going to be networking with a lot of different kinds of people, and you're going to be really open. I see you being really open-minded to different things that you may not have found yourself being open to in the past. It's like you have your mind, your horizons are expanding there. And look at that. At the bottom of the deck, we have the World. So it's like closing up a chapter to some major cycles here. Ready to move forward, move on. Okay, what's a challenge for Virgo this week? Focus. You may just have a lot of things to do. I feel like you have a lot of things that you want to get done. Very ambitious. And I think that sometimes that may be, I feel like sometimes it catches up with you. Like you have so many things you want to do. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh my gosh, I have all these things to do. And it may kind of feel daunting a little bit. So I'm hearing to prioritize and focus your energy and to not get distracted. I feel like sometimes when we have too many things, we end up not doing anything at all. So maybe even simplifying. Is there any advice from Spirit about this? Okay, beautiful. Protection. So you're definitely protected. Your goals and your dreams are protected because they're part of your destiny. They're part of your path and where you're meant to go. So whatever's meant for you will cannot not be yours. So I also feel like with this oak tree, it's also about having the endurance. You can do it. It has this you can do it kind of energy here. You're strong, you're resilient, and you have what it takes to shield yourself from, I feel like life has prepared you for having that. It's like life prepared you for this energetic shield and allowing you to move forward without being affected as much by maybe some of the things we may have been affected by when we were younger or in the past. I feel like that wisdom always comes to good use when we need it. So, okay. What is something positive for Virgo here? Stand still. Security. Beautiful. So I feel like this is all about stability. So if you're worried about stability, worried about if you're going to be taken care of, if you're going to be provided for, I really like these cards because with the standstill, I'm kind of feeling like there's no need to rush. There's no need to rush through anything. You're doing fine. You're doing great the way you're doing it. And if something is not moving forward yet, it's because it's not meant to move forward yet. And I kind of feel like with the standstill card, there's this focus on being able to be here in the right here, right now, because there's much right in front of you that you can take advantage of, that you can do something with to build security. So there's a lot of opportunities that are actually right in front of you that you can make use of or take advantage of. It may not be the ultimate goal, but I feel like there's something about being in the moment and being in that journey. Kind of focusing on the journey rather than when am I going to get to where I want to go is going to be really important here. And then look at that, love. I feel like for a lot of you, if you're worried about your love connection or the connection that you're with, know that it's protected, that it's divinely guided, and you can surrender the need to try to control. Like, don't feel like if you're not doing something right, then it's not going to happen. Or if I don't do this, then it's not going to happen. I feel like you're being guided. And just keep working on yourself in the way that you have been, because that's really generating some really beautiful energy and it's attracting all the right things for yourself. Sometimes it takes some time for something to show up on a 3D level. It'll kind of show up first energetically, and then it takes a little bit longer. It takes a little bit slower for those things to kind of show up in the physical world. So just be patient with that, but it is coming and it is protected, and you're good. I kind of feel like there's a message of you're safe and you're doing everything right. Okay. One more guidance message for Virgo. Divine feminine, beautiful. Yeah, this is kind of that beautiful creative energy, powerful creative energy. I feel like that's coming through really, really strongly here for you, Virgo. What else do we need to know about the divine feminine here? Safe to be yourself, safe to express yourself. And I feel like for the last few readings, actually even for the last few months, it's all been about, expressing your uniqueness and allowing yourself to be fully seen, to overcome those fears, overcome any kind of resistance or things that have been blocking you. And again, they're showing me childhood experiences. So I feel like a lot of that is healing for you. You're kind of allowing yourself to release a lot of that baggage, that heavy weight that has caused quite a bit of pain, perhaps, for some of you, just to carry it around, not that like the experience, it's almost like just having to carry the experience over and over again has been draining. And I feel like you're allowing yourself to put that down. I feel like that's something that a gift you are giving yourself. So very beautiful, Virgo. We have some beautiful new blessings coming in here for you, and a really strong spiritual partnership that's coming into form. So very good. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you for next week. Bye, Virgo.